Hey, everybody, welcome to today's webinar. I want to take just a quick second and thank you for taking the time out of your day to take a look at our program, right? So I'm going to try and keep this really short and sweet. My name is Richard Paul. I've been helping insurance agents, realtors, loan officers, financial planners since 2010 build their business on referrals. And over the years, we've helped tons of different people. People like Joe Hayes out in New Jersey, Tyler over in Utah, Jim Hutchison in Dallas, and Greg Marshall out in Connecticut build their business completely on referrals. Now, in today's video, what we're going to cover is we're going to cover how we're going to grow your network of referral partners to 15 to 20 solid referral partners in the next 90 days. Now, let's start with a couple facts. The reason why we want to build referrals and a big network is because referrals, I don't care what you sell on this planet, they are the best source for high quality clients, right? They close 70 to 90% of the time, completely opposite of cold leads. And so if that's really the case, why don't we have more referral partners? If they take less time, less effort, less money to close, and they're better clients overall, why don't we have more of them? And the simple answer is because we don't have enough referral partners. So why don't we? Well, here are the top three reasons. Number one is time. Okay. That is the biggest barrier for most people. And most loan officers that we talk to only have two or maybe three referral partners, right? And technically, a lot of times when we talk to you guys, it's not even that you have two or three people that are consistently sending you, referrals. It's you've got two or three people that send you stuff here and there. It's like this old colleague or an old friend from college or something like that. And they're like, yeah, I can consider them my referral partner, but they're really not doing a whole lot, right? And in today's realm, we're kind of in the middle of COVID, post-COVID times, right? Things are starting to open up a little bit. But when you get down to it, I don't care if there's COVID or not. Most people do not have enough time to Flintstone around town to meet enough people to build the 15 to 20 referral partners. It will take all day long. Okay. So, fact number two is even if you did have a big network, most professionals, I don't care who's referring to who, have no process to get in front of their clients. So as a referral partner, they don't have a process to introduce you as the referral partner to do the loans, right? And so what we're going to talk about later in this video is an actual process so you can get in front of most of their clients. And then the third piece is you really just don't have a lot of value, right? I mean, outside the coffee donuts, which we'll talk about a little bit later, loan officers really, I mean, you're just doing the loan, which is important, yes, to get the house funded and get everything to closing. But there's 1,000 loan officers on your street that can give them most of the same loans, unless it's a special, a special occurrence. So we got to talk about how we're actually going to give value. So how are we going to solve these three things? Well, in our program, we outline and have three pieces to the whole puzzle. And these are the three pieces we're going to go over. Number one is we're going to help you find more realtors to get in front of. Okay. So more referral partners. We're going to go out, we're going to meet these people and set 3 to 5 appointments a week. So you don't have to focus on trying to find them. You just have to focus on the on the relationship. The second piece we're going to give you is processes and training. We're going to give you scripts, marketing pieces, the whole nine yards. So that way, when you go sit down with these people, you can present a complete program and also marketing pieces for them to introduce you to most of their clients. And then the third piece, we're going to talk about value. So how are we going to help them generate referrals? Because we all want referrals. So how are we going to help them generate referrals so they get some reciprocated value? So let's go ahead and fly through this. Number one is nobody that we talk to has a very big referral network. Just like I said a few minutes ago, it's usually two or three people that are kind of off the top of your head that you could consider somebody that sometimes refers business to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the day-to-day actions of going out and finding new referral partners off your shoulders. What that means is we're going to take over your LinkedIn and a little bit of email and go out and actually prospect these people. So we're going to jump into LinkedIn just like you see here. We're going to type in, realtor, or whatever type of referral partner that you're looking for. And we're going to start connecting with them. We're going to start a conversation with them. Then we're going to prospect them to see if they would be open to working together. Okay. Now, when we do that, what's going to happen is we're going to end up booking 3 to 5 appointments per week in your calendar. Now, these 3 to 5 appointments per week are going to be people that have said, yes, I would be open to having a conversation about working together on a referral basis. So instead of you going out and pedaling around town trying to go to BNI groups if they're open, or pop by people's office with coffee and donuts, we're just going to do the legwork. We're going to put these 3 to 5 people in your calendar so that way you can take the reins from there and start developing that relationship. So all hands free for you. We're going to book them in your calendar and we're going to train you on how to take it from that point. Step two is we're going to make it really super easy for them to refer to you. Okay. Sometimes when a realtor is, going to refer over to you, it's a one-off thing because, maybe the client didn't have somebody they're already working with. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you some marketing pieces and them some marketing pieces, teach you what to say, teach them what to say, so you can get in front of most of their business. You're not going to get in front of all of their business all the time, but you're going to get in front of most of it. And the way they're going to introduce you is we're going to doctor up a flyer very similar to the ones you see here. And it's going to be all about you, their mortgage professional. And we talk a little bit about you on these flyers, but it's real easy for them to slide this over or introduce you through email, which we give them email templates and all that. So that way they can refer you and just say, hey, this is Brian. He's part of our team. He's usually the one that handles the mortgage side of things. He's going to be giving you a call in the next couple of days to kind of talk about the process. And it's a very easy, non-threatening, assumptive way that they can introduce you to most of their clients. Like I said, you're never going to get in front of 100% of anybody's clients. I don't care what you do. I don't care what value prop you have or how pretty you are. It's just not going to happen. So you have to understand the numbers and start going through those. But this process right here, it's very simple. It's a sheet of paper, but it makes all the difference because it gives them a way to just slide it over, hand it to them, or even send it through email and make a very assumptive close and say, hey, this is who he is. He's part of our team. He's going to be giving you a call to kind of get things started. Okay. So that's piece two. We also give you a small website or a landing page for them to actually put the information in to refer over to you, which we can talk about that when we jump on the phone. The third step is just value. Why are they going to work with you? What makes you actually any different than any loan officer in town, right? I know all of us want to try and sell ourselves that we have the best program. We have access to programs that nobody else has. But at the end of the day, is that really honestly true? A lot of times it's not. Like they can go and get a loan from you and go to the next guy and get a very similar loan, if not the exact identical one. So what makes you any different? Well, number one, most people, when they try and talk about value, this is the direction they go. They go to coffee and donuts. That's the number one thing we hear. Like it's still, I don't care. It was true 20 years ago, 30 years ago. People use coffee and donuts and food as a way to get in the door. And I'm not saying that doesn't work. We've been doing this 11 years and we heard that on day one and we hear that still today. People are still using coffee and donuts if you do it consistently. But at the end of the day, here's the thing is if another loan officer walks into the same office and hands coffee and donuts and they have the exact same mortgage products as you, why are they going to work with them versus you? Well, there's no upside to either one of you, right? And so what we want to do is we want to help them make money by getting them referrals, right? In this dynamic, they already know what you want when you're contacting them. They know that you want free leads, right? That's what we all want. We want referrals, which are technically free from our referral partners. But at the end of the day, they have no incentive to work with you because, well, you're never going to give them referrals. There are not very many of them. So what we want to do is we're going to help them generate referrals from the referrals that they send us. So Realtor sends us a referral. We close on the home loan. We're going to help by helping them get referrals from that referral. And the way we're going to do that is we know that when you buy a house, the first 60 to 120 days are the most important time if you're going to try to get referrals from these people, because that's when there's conversation happening, right? Everybody's having everybody over for, a barbecue or, dinner or things like that, showing off their new house to friends and family. Everybody does it, right? And so how are we going to generate referrals during that time? Well, we have a two-part system. Number one is new homebuyer gifts, which is nothing new. I mean, people have been gifting in the real estate space and realtors do this and loan officers do this all the time. So it's nothing new. We're just going to help that along. And then second, where the rubber meets the road is through the mailer. So what this looks like is we're going to start and give you a personalized brochure with the new homebuyer gifts. And these are some of the new homebuyer gift examples that we have. The number one thing that we see a lot of people liking is actually the cutting board and the doormat. Those are the top two. Now, the rest of them are also great. Anything from utensil holders to glasses, all of these are personalized. And what we're really trying to do is we're trying to get these gifts not stuffed in the closet or in the garbage, right? Because everybody gets a basket of stuff from their loan officer or realtor after closing, but a lot of it just ends up in the trash. Or, you go over to their house. Let's see if you ever actually go over to their house again, and it's in the closet. They never even opened it, right? So we just want stuff that's going to be, make it to where other people can see it when they're coming over. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and send a new home buyer gift on behalf of that realtor, as a way just to make them, we can either be adding to their basket now or just completely replacing it. So that's step one. But obviously, if gifting was the end all be all, then everybody would just send a new cutting board and sit back and wait for the referrals to flow in. But as we all know, the fortune is in the follow up. And so what we do is we do an automated drip sequence through the actual mail, like snail mail. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you think about it, nowadays on the internet, you really don't know if anybody's getting your emails or seeing your ads or what's having you. And in the mail, people still check their mail, right? Mailers made a huge comeback over the years. So what we're going to do is we know, like I was saying, we know in the first 60 to 90 to 120 days is the most important time. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to mail them 5 times in the first 90 days and then another 5 times over the next 9 months. So a total of 10 times over the first year, but we're really focused in on that first 90 days because that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where these referrals actually come from. And we found that typically if you can execute both of these type of marketing pieces, so the mailers as well as the new homebuyer gifts, you're going to generate about 3 referrals for every 10 people, which for both of you, I mean, that's a new home loan and another, someone that's looking to buy a house for the realtor when you're actually doing this. And this makes all the difference, guys, because there's no other loan officer walking in to a realtor's office saying that, hey, I know this is a lopsided relationship. I have a program to fix it. So what we're going to do is we're going to send new home buyer gifts and we're going to send mailers do the follow up, the tough part, because everybody knows you need to be following up. But how many of us do it? How many of us do it, correctly, and effectively? Not very many. And so that's why we kind of take it off their shoulders by taking care of all of this for them and generating those referrals. Okay. So let's go ahead and recap kind of what this program looks like. Number one is we're going to take that time off of you to find the new referral partners. We're going to go on LinkedIn and through email and set 3 to 5 appointments with new people every single week. Then second, we're going to give you the processes, the scripts, the training, the marketing pieces, the whole 9 yards, so you know what to do with these people as you're going through this process. And then third, we're going to help them, the new referral partners, generate new business through referrals through the people that they refer to us. Okay, so we're going to take care of that whole entire thing. So let's go ahead and talk about the big elephant in the room. What does this cost? Because everybody's going to wonder, how much does this cost? So we'll just get to it. Month one, you're looking at $495 to $749 as a setup, right? So that's going to include all of your marketing materials, your first month of preset appointments. We give you video training. We give them video training. We have weekly conference calls for our group. All of that is included in that first month. And then month to month, okay? So we go on a month to month basis for anywhere from about 4 to 6 months with most average people. And that's going to be $349 on a month to month basis. And really the core of the program as we move forward is really those new appointments, because if you don't have appointments, then the rest of it really doesn't matter, right? So month to month, $349, your first month, $495 to $749. Okay. So it's very simple program to make sure that you get in front of the loan officer, the realtors, you get the training to where you can execute them and actually build that relationship. So if you have any questions, I'd love to chat with you. There should be a link above or below this video to book a call, or if you've already booked a call, I will talk to you on the call. Look forward to chatting with you. Bye-bye.